Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to GMWF. Today is Thursday, August 17th, 2023. Lance Brock here, and starting off with another quick reminder. Last night there was a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, going over last night's AEW Dynamite special episode, Fight for the Fallen, with proceeds going to the Maui Food Bank. And still just another reminder, shop AEW.com. You can get the special Top Rope Tuesday shirt for this week, which is the Fight for Fallen tie-dye shirt for this year. All the proceeds go to the Maui Food Bank to help out there. And just a reminder, it is only available till next Tuesday. That's how the Top Rope Tuesday shirts work. They come out every Tuesday, and they are only available for 1 week. And just to talk a little more once again about last night's Dynamite, I thought it was quite a good show. And one thing I'm sure people will be talking about was last night's Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match, Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. And even though I would say overall I did mostly like it, actually, but I do have to admit that there were definitely some parts of it that were a little silly. And some of what I talked about last night, one of the things was on commentary they kept teasing that Jeff Jarrett said that Leatherface was gonna be on his side, but then when he came out, he went after Sanjay Dutt and then chased Karen Jarrett off to the back with the chainsaw. So not exactly on the side of Jeff Jarrett. And Jeff Jarrett, though, did end up picking the win after Jeff Hardy was distracted by what was going on. Saddam Singh got involved. And one small thing that I liked about that were the overalls that Saddam Singh were wearing. I'm sure it probably went with the whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, but if you remember a little while back when they were trying to get Mark Briscoe to join up with them, they went to the Briscoe farm, and Saddam Singh was actually wearing those same overalls. If you remember that from Dynamite a little while back. And everything else on Dynamite I thought was pretty good as well. And one thing I'm surprised I forgot to mention this on 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night for some reason, was with after Don Callis broke the picture that he had of him holding Chris Jericho's head over the head of Chris Jericho. Sammy Guevara actually came out to make the save and was the only member of the Jericho Appreciation Society to come out and make this save for Jericho, which is no surprise really, because before Guevara came out, he said if he makes the right decision or if he changes his mind, he would still be there for him. And then with what happened last night, Guevara came to the ring to make the save. And then we had that promo last night with Jericho in the back with the dried up blood on his forehead. And now we know it is official. Chris Jericho will take on Will Ospreay at All in London, which I'm sure will be a very good match. And Jericho mentioned last night that match was actually supposed to take place before, but was not able to because of the COVID virus and everything else going on at the time. But now we know that we will see it at All in London, which I am definitely looking forward to, even though I still not too big of a fan of 2 pay-per-views that you have to pay $49.99 for 2 weeks in a row. And also going to be a very busy weekend, the weekend of All Out StarCast. Also that weekend, which will feature a whole lot of guests. I think maybe almost everybody from AEW will be a part of StarCast, and other legends in the business as well will be appearing. And it will be available to watch on the Premier streaming network. As for tonight, our lineup of pro wrestling on TV is Impact Wrestling on Access TV. Then right after that, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and also a new episode of Ring of Honor Wrestling on Honor Club. And I hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight, talking both about Ring of Honor and Impact. Sorry. And that's all for this Thursday morning episode of GMWF. Hope everyone has had a great morning today. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or you can leave feedback for Fight for the Fallen from last night in the comment section, either here on Spreaker, YouTube, or whichever podcast app you listen to on. Also, just a reminder, in just a little over 5 hours, 4 p.m. Eastern, the second episode of 360 Anything Goes will be available, talking about Full House, and hopefully everyone will enjoy that. Like I said, the name of the podcast, Anything Goes, just whatever I want to talk about that week, I'm going to. The new episode today, 4 p.m. Eastern, so if you can, maybe please try to check that out. And once again, thank you for listening to this morning's episode of GMWF. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday episode. Hope you can be here again. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.